Oh shit.
All right, we're live.
Oh,
Go, 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 go.
Dive Bar Comedy. It's Tuesday night. I'm Wild Joe, and we got Carol Newell getting us up and running, our tech guru. So, Carol, are you ready to play our theme song? We have
I am.
a theme
Here we
song
go.
by the late and great GT to get us into it and get us in that mood for Dive Bar Comedy.
I wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. Center. Dive bar comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty bad nasty 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 comedy. Dive bar comedy.
Yeah.
I'm frozen. Can you guys see me? I'm frozen.
We can see you.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm having technical difficulties, but it's all good. All right. So let's go around. First of all, let's start with our announcements. We have next Tuesday, which is the 21st, we'll be at Lotus Lounge, East Hollywood. So
Yeah.
that's always a lot of fun. Yep. Then the Tuesday after that, which is the 28th, we will be at Liquid Zoo up in Van Nuys. So check us out there. Then the
Here we
first
go.
Friday of the month, we're at Witch's Brew. So then the first Tuesday of the month, we're at Berkshire House. So we've got a full rotation of all the local dive bars in LA. If you are in LA, come check us out. And then otherwise, we're on the virtual channel. So that's my announcements. How about you, Carol? Carol, how are your shows looking?
I got shows. I got shows in different area codes. Tomorrow, open mic in North Hollywood at the Rumors Open Mic Cafe on Lankershim and Victory. Thursday, I'll be at the Comedy Chateau on the 7:30 show. That's also on Lankershim, but a little further south. And then Saturday, I'll be back at the Baja Grill for more of that. It's our Juneteenth version of the Baja Grill. And then on Monday, I'll be back here for the World's Best Laugh on the Zoom. So that's my announcements.
All right. And I just saw Carol last night on the World's Best Laugh, which was a lot of fun. It's
Mhm.
a straight stand-up show hosted by Carol and with some fun comics from around the country.
Yep.
So, but we are lucky because we've got the famous Mista See, the
Woohoo!
best MC. What's going on, Mista See?
Nothing, man. Same old stuff. Just finished working for my Korean overlords, aka my job and whatnot. And I served them well, so there were no beatings today. So I couldn't be happier, man. I'm chilling. Coming off the full weekend. I'm kind of relaxed because I'm coming off rent check Ramadan. If you don't know what that is, that's the first 2 weeks of the month where after I pay rent, I only eat at nighttime for 2 weeks. So just got paid, so now I'm eating in the morning and at night. So life is good.
Nice. I was a late tax filer, and surprisingly, I don't know how this worked out, but I got a huge tax rebate, even though my income worked out to zero. I'm like, how is this possible? Because I guess I overpaid on my health insurance throughout the year, so I got all of that back. I don't know.
It's those kids.
I got a lot of
Oh yeah, the
credit
child tax
somehow.
credit refunds, the the kids, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about quitting my job, but that probably
Slow down, player.
I know. I'm like,
You're getting that welfare disease. Okay, if you want to move to Compton, just I can help you. You don't gotta go through all that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make up some rules first. Like I have to have some other income to, replace that income before I just quit. But anyway, we'll see about that. But all right, let's meet our comics. I'm looking right now at Sally Mullins. Sally, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm sorry that I don't have the dive bar background. I'm not trying to be a narcissist. I just forgot about that. I'm really sorry.
Well, I can't really see exactly what your background is because it looks blurred. Can you describe it?
Well, it says Sally Mullins 818. It says my Instagram
I got
handle,
that.
and then it's something my Fiverr
But the
guy
pink
made
part,
me.
the pink stuff. What is that?
It's from my Fiverr guy. It's my brand, I guess.
Okay.
Blurred.
Very cool. I need a Fiverr guy. I need like a bunch of Fiverr people just to do everything for $5 for me. And then I won't have to do anything.
Well, you just need to quit your job. I'm on board with that. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, Sally, are you willing to talk about your interesting job?
Oh yeah, I will send you a referral link and get you on OnlyFans really fast. And you will not be worrying about your, you know what? Let me straighten this shit out. You will not be worrying about going back to your job, man. I'll take care of you.
OnlyFans is, I'm sure it's a little bit saturated. It seems like everybody and their mother and their grandma is on OnlyFans.
Repping everyone's grandmother on OnlyFans right here. Yeah. Well, I can get you in. I know a guy.
All right. Well, that's good to have connections. So what else is going on, Sally? How are the shows going?
The shows are good. We're back at the Comedy Store, D's Nuts with Vargas Mason. We went back a couple of weeks ago, and I think we're back on July 11th. We're back there like once a month, so that was cool. And
nice.
Otherwise, at the Federal Bar, D's Nuts is there, and a few other shows.
You're a recent homeowner, correct?
Yeah, I'm still moving like bit by bit. It's like the 3-month move to Trona. I just came back from there.
I had to Google it because I had never heard of this place before.
And you were freaked out. You were really
scared. What's the population there?
Johanna, I swear to God, they're like 1,000 people, but they don't get out of bed or off the couch to answer the census. So if you Google it, you'll see 50 people.
Wow.
It's 1,000, I swear. I've met like 400.
Okay. Big city. Well, when we hit the road, we're going to have to do our next comedy show out in Trona. See what kind
dive
of
bar comedy. There's not even a dive bar, but we'll figure something out.
We'll bring a tent or something.
Yeah.
Pitch a tent.
Yeah. There's plenty of that.
Okay.
Just do it at Sally's house.
Exactly.
just what she wants.
No, I'm down. I love this show.
All right. Thanks, Sally. Okay, let's see. Who else we got? Paul Green. Paul.
Hello.
All the way from Arizona. What's going on?
Oh, nothing big. I just met the woman of my dreams 3 months ago and then uprooted my whole life and moved in with her, and now we're engaged. But other than that, nothing really
everybody
going on.
knows all about it because you wrote a very lengthy and descriptive Facebook post from everything from the first time your eyes locked to the first time you almost kissed, and whether you held hands or not, and when did you decide to spend the night? I mean, you went really, really into the nitty-gritty details.
I got tired of everybody asking me what's going on, so I'm like, all right, here's a novel, here's word vomit. If people care, they'll read it. If not, it's TDLR. So no, 2LD TLDR. Too long, didn't read. And so I assume it was too long, didn't read for most people, but for those who
what? I got all the way to the end. I very much enjoyed it because you married somebody who's in the same position as me, a recent widow with 2 little kids.
Yeah. You see, I guess Wild Joe, we were this close. We almost had it all.
Well, I don't know. She's a different type of person than me, I guess, because I don't know. I'm like, I still haven't even, I tried dating a little bit, like one lunch, and I'm like, I'm not bringing anybody home to my kids. I'm not going to introduce my kids to anybody. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta
Anyway.
get yourself a fuck pad.
yeah, well, hopefully guys have their own house so I could go over there. You know, it has to be during daycare hours, so I have to like do like
Well, you
I
hang
have
out
to quit
mostly
my
with
job.
comics.
Basically,
You
I
hang
have
out
to
mostly
quit
with
my
comics,
job.
Wild Joe. You know that no comics own houses or real estate property. So I think you're dating in the wrong pool.
I'm not dating comics. I'm
I
dating.
know that's what I'm saying. If you're hanging out with male comics, there's no way they're gonna have their own house.
Yeah.
No. I'm doing like a full background check and making sure they have a house before.
Unless you want to come to Trona, baby.
Then anybody can get a house. Yeah.
Come
then-
Trona did.
Wow. Aw.
Make the Trona population 1001, Wild Joe. It needs to be 1001.
Well, sounds like a fun and interesting road trip. So where in Arizona are you? You're in Phoenix?
I am in East Mesa, part of the Phoenix, metropolis area, and this is actually where I was raised. I was raised just one city over in Tempe.
Ooh.
So Arizona's been home for most of my life. So I pretty much just came home.
So have you been doing any stand up out there?
Yep, matter of fact, I just booked. I'm headlining. I'm doing 5 shows this weekend at JP's in Gilbert. I did Stir Crazy out in Glendale last week. I've booked a couple headlining gigs, kind of like smaller venues. I'm going down to Tucson in August, I think. So,
You're like a
doing
star.
all that.
You're like a star there.
I know, in LA, nobody gives a shit, but in Arizona, I'm a medium-sized deal.
Cool. Well, that's our next stop, right after Trona.
Yeah.
We're gonna hit up Arizona.
Come on out to the valley. It was 114 degrees today, and that is not an exaggeration.
Wow.
There's Trona.
Wow. Well, our final stop on our international tour is going to be India, because we've got Shaggy Durai. Shaggy, what's up?
Shaggy is
He's
off in
thinking
La
about
La
it. Oh, he's
Land.
taking it literally. He's taking it literally. Okay.
But,
Shaggy-
I have no words to say, Joe. You invited me, and I'm just looking up.
Okay, I got it. How's the weather? How's the weather in India? Is it hot?
It's hot in South India. I don't know about the North India. I'm in South India.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the name of your town?
The name of my town is Thiruvannamalai. It's a spiritual town. We got the hippies, and we got the 60-year-old communities that come here for spiritualities, and some metaphysics going on here, and that's what it's famous for. It's famous for metaphysics and spirituality and some food. Absolutely.
That explains things, because you're very metaphysical, and you always teach us about spirituality every time you come on our show.
Well, I can teach because I'm brown, but I am not inside.
You're not brown inside. Everybody's red inside. Everybody's
I'm
full of
not
blood.
spiritual. No. I'm not spiritual inside. The game is not yet on.
But you
I'm
know
not.
a lot about the yogi butthole stuff.
It's
You
a
really like
character.
us on that.
It's a character. It's a character.
Oh,
So it's about butt sex. I dig it.
Perfection is an abstraction, Joe. Perfection is an abstraction.
okay. Well, I hope you talk more about that yogi butt stuff, because we really like that in California. That's right up our alley.
Yeah. It's a tradition in her home, butt time.
It is.
But stuff.
Shaggy, how's the stand-up scene out there? Do you get to do any shows, or are there dive bars in India?
Well, I searched it online, and there are a few things going on, but we need more. We need more.
But you never go out there and do live comedy?
Well, not
in
really.
your town?
Not
Oh.
really. But I just go out random. I make videos, and I do some quick comedy clips. That's what I've been doing. It's more like a monologue.
Okay. I'm more like an international.
But still, I'm
thing.
enjoying it. I'm still enjoying the internet. Absolutely. Internet. I have internet. That's enough.
That's very important. I love the
Yeah.
internet too.
Right?
Yeah. the World Wide Web. So,
Yeah.
all right, we're all connected. So let's see, anybody else show up? Because we've got a couple people that were supposed to be here. Are
It's
not
just
here.
us 6.
I know
So you
I've
know
got
what?
some
We're gonna rock and
watchers.
roll. We're gonna rock it tonight with just us. So, Mista See,
Nice.
you ready to start the show?
Yeah. Are you and Carol going at all tonight?
I guess
I'll
so.
go.
Put us last. Put us last. People are sick of us.
Okay, excellent. All right. So
Nobody's sick of me. Well, actually, there are a couple people.
that's what we call love, Carol. That's what we call love. Yeah.
I got something to say.
I want to know who these people are, Carol. I will track them down.
Okay, let's talk to Carol. I'm going to
Yeah.
interview Carol for a second. Carol was recently in a festival, right?
Yeah.
And I have a couple questions. So this festival, it was the Comedy Chateau Festival.
Oh yeah.
What was the difference between the Comedy Chateau Festival on was it a Thursday night or a
Yeah. No, Sunday.
versus- on a
Sunday.
Sunday night versus a regular Comedy Chateau show on a Sunday night? Was there any difference?
Not much. Not much of a difference. I mean, they did this. I think the 7:30 show was pretty packed out because they had Tom Arnold and somebody else. Oh, Ismo, I guess, whatever. So they had some big names for that. But the 10 o'clock show that I was on, there was about 15 people in the room, in the big room. And we had Shang, and he went third, and then everybody left, and that was just the comics.
At least he showed up. At least he was on the show.
Yeah, right?
because We tried to book him. He reached
Yeah,
out
why
to
he
Guy
doesn't
Bar
pull
Comedy,
really
and we
good
booked him
crowds.
twice, and he didn't show up either time. So
Yeah, I think he did that other time, but he like decided to leave after he got to the zoo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
came
got
like
there and
5
he was
minutes
like, "Oh, I
away.
don't feel well," and he went home.
Because there wasn't really nobody there, so it's like. But what I don't get is why doesn't he pull a better crowd? I've known of this guy for 30 fucking years. BET Comic View this and Comedy Special that, and he even used to be one of those little good looking light skinned pretty boys we used to be jealous of, like you pretty motherfucker. I never liked your light skinned ass anyway. You know, I mean, like. He used to be the man and whatnot. And then I guess, I don't know, maybe he wasn't a Hollywood game kind of guy. That's what I suspect. It's probably when it came time to do like some butt stuff. He decided, you know what? I'm going to just go do Dive Bar Comedy. I think that's where my career needs to finish off.
well, maybe he needs to go to Trona or Arizona or someplace like that.
Well, he probably still travels and gets a lot of stuff based off his career. So he probably makes his money through traveling, shows and stuff. So he's probably just kind of keeping the dick warm, when he does a lot of shows here.
Nice figure of speech.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, and Carol, one more question.
Sure.
I heard that you had a little altercation at the show. Can you?
There was
talk
no
about it?
altercation. There was no physical altercation. However, a girl that I've seen at other shows that evidently doesn't like me spent her whole 5-minute set talking shit about me.
Wait, you skipped a part. You skipped a part.
Gang banging, huh? This is right up your alley, Carol.
Carol skipped a part
Uh,
when Carol was on stage. That
oh, and
comic
she
was
booed me. Yes,
booing her.
she booed me. And then she was up right after me and spent her whole time talking about me. So I don't know.
Was it a certain line that she booed you on?
Yes, the fact that I date black.
Oh man, one of her boyfriends.
Drop a name, Carol. Who is this? Drop a name.
The funny thing is I thought there would be a lot of, flack from my family about dating black, but it just seems to be black people that have a problem with me dating black.
Black women. You said yesterday, black women.
Yeah. Although there's been a couple guys too.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there's a
Mhm.
whole YouTube space that talks about this all the time. Just had a big
Yeah.
talk today about it.
Yep. There's a whole anti-mixed race kind of thing going on.
It's just not missing. You know what it is? It's like little kids when they have their toys and they got so many toys. They never play with any of their toys. They don't like this toy. They don't care about that toy. They only play with this one toy. Then some kid who doesn't have access to all your wonderful toys that you've been playing with for your whole life, they come along like, man, that's a fire ass toy right there. They like, that's my favorite toy. That's your toy. It's like you haven't touched it in 15 years. Matter of fact, you threw it in a trash can. I found it under a dead body. And that's what you're dealing with right there. They're just mad you're touching their toy they never used.
They're just mad because I get more dick than them.
Oh, no, she did.
I know.
No, she didn't.
I thought she probably her man probably was like, that redhead is kind of cute. She's like, what? Not again. This is the second time.
Totally.
Wow.
So I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's
the
good.
drama of it
Carol,
all.
that means you got
That's
street cred.
rude.
You got haters. That means you got street cred.
Right? You ain't made it till you got haters.
That's accomplishment. Like, you almost the real. You almost too good to be on a Dive Bar show. Shit, 2 more haters, you out.
Hilarious.
You know what, Shaggy? Just give up, Shaggy. I understand why you don't use the virtual background.
Right.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work on brown people, apparently. It makes
Oh,
you
You need
the
to talk to
background
my
and your
Fiverr
shirt.
guy.
Oh. Anyway,
Even
all
the-
right.
Even the softwares are.
You've become a desk.
Yes. Yeah. He probably needs like an official green screen and whatnot. Like he probably needs a green
Maybe-
screen on him.
Maybe it's not an Indian company. Zoom is not an Indian company. That's why
Hey,
it's
Shaggy,
not.
No, it's
did
not.
you
Oh,
think that
I'm
you're
sure
using
Indians
green screen?
programmed it. I'll tell you that.
Oh boy. All right, let's do a show, Mr. C.
All right. Great. So that's right. Dive Bar Comedy. About to load in, of course, Mr. See, of course, aka Poppy Carl, the bad boy. We're going to get into it. You heard some of the wonderful interviews with our comedians who are here today. I did hear 2 things that sparked my interest. My man Paul is out on my old turf. I used to live in Tempe at University in the 101 where they have that big ass mall at. You know where that big ass outdoor mall is at? I used to live right next to that Waffle House for like 6 years and whatnot. That was my turf. And also, the universe is amazing. My homeboy Heath, who I know from 10 years ago, just texted me yesterday and said, dude, I'm single again. And I found the love of my life that I've been looking for. So there's something going on. Hey, you want to find love? You might want to get to Arizona because love is in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
that's
significant better real estate prices.
yes. That's a low cost of living and decent wage pay. They pay you almost like a big city, but the cost of living is like straight up cow shit turf. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't want to piss all of you off. If I told you the house that my fiance has, what her mortgage is, how big it is compared to what I had in Pasadena, none of you would be friends with me anymore. Not that any of you are friends with me now, but you know what I mean.
I would, because I'm in Trona. I'm sure it's fucking cheaper than anywhere.
Outstanding. Also, and then Shaggy mentioned something I didn't even think about. He mentioned that he's in South India, and then he said, "Oh, up in North India." So I'm wondering, is India like the Korea of like India? Like, are like all the guys in South Korea like cool and liberal, then all the guys in North Korea are like all light skinned and they're like assholes? Like, oh fuck, I don't like those South Indians, lazy bastards. Those lazy Indians. I'm like, you're Indian too. Let's blow them up. Is it kind of like that, Shaggy?
Yeah, it's all over. Absolutely. But I can give you one example. South India is like a Brazil of India. We got the dark people, we got some acrobats, we got some tumblers, we got some hip hop.
Okay, all right. So next time I'm gonna need you to get a camera and show me some of that carnival pussy that's dancing around down there. I need that. So let's get it in.
Shaggy, take off your background. It's just not
Okay.
working.
Yeah, it looks like he's part
Am
of
I
it.
the only one trying not to say the obvious racist joke that the Indian guy's having computer problems? Am I too afraid of cancel culture that we're all thinking that joke, but nobody's saying it?
That's the best way to
I
say it
wasn't
right
even thinking
there.
it, Paul.
All right.
Breaking stereotypes. Shaggy, way to go.
Right. So great. So all right. So we'll get
gonna
into
go
it.
viral, and now my career is going to get canceled. So it's been really nice doing comedy, guys.
Being canceled would help my career.
Right.
Probably true.
So it looks like everybody's going up. So we got 5. We got the 2 boys and 3 girls. So I guess we're gonna put 2. So we'll go.
Girl, boy, girl, boy, girl.
Yeah, it's alternate, huh? Yeah, that makes more sense and whatnot. So we'll start off with our comedian. Now, this lady is a classic family favorite. She also may be either the mother, sister, or love interest of the former NBA player Chris Mullins, who was a great shooter and a violent alcoholic. So this lady's gonna have some great jokes for you. It's the S&M, and that's that sadomasochistic comedy. It's gonna make it hurt good. Let me get a clap, 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 clap for the S&M, Miss Sally Mullins.
Woohoo! Yeah. Oh my God. So I am not naked, but if it makes you laugh more, I'm naked. I'm actually in a tube top, but I have an elegant neck. That's a juxtaposition. Okay, so I'm not trying to freak you out, Paul, but there are a lot of guys in Trona whose wife got the house in Arizona. They go from Zona to Trona. So I'm really glad to hear that your fiance already has her own house, because it just bodes way better. Congratulations, Paul.
Thank
That's
you,
really
thank you.
cool. I'm not a fucking hater. I'm not calling out to people who are getting stuff I'm looking for. I am splitting my time between Trona and North Hollywood. I have supposed to have been moving to the desert for a long time. Nobody knows where Trona is, so everyone's just like, Sally, how's Barstow? And I say Barstow's great because I really think it is great, and I like to support desert.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Shocker, Trona doesn't have the best Wi-Fi.
It's a picture from the karaoke bar.
Oh, I like the frozen picture.
Maybe she'll be back.
That was
Uh-oh.
gone. Oh,
Somebody have
right
her
during
number
your
to text
set.
her.
I
Let her
do
know
have
she
her
was-
number. I'm gonna text
Let her
her.
know
right
she
Probably
now.
is
still
fro-
talking.
Yeah, she probably doesn't know she's frozen.
You know what
She's gonna have
happens
to
when
let
you
it
freeze
go.
on Zoom? It looks like
Well,
everybody
please,
else
Sally.
is the one frozen.
Finish your singing.
Oh, she
Let
does.
it
Her whole house
go,
blacked out.
Let it go.
Her house is like my love life. It's blacked out.
Oh, she got a blackout?
Oh boy.
You got a blackout for real?
Yeah,
She
she
had a
said
blackout.
she said her whole house blacked out.
Oh man, so that Trona
Power
next.
failure.
Welcome to Trona.
I'm just picturing like the power station. It's like,
She said
man,
she's
the
coming back
hamster
on in a
wheel
minute.
stop running. We're fucked.
Sing us a song, Mr. C. Sing us a song, Mr. C.
Okay, all right, but Paul fucked me up because his lazy fat running hamster killed me.
He had a reboot.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, are we killing time or waiting for her to come back?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Kill time while we're
North
waiting for her.
Killing
Indians
time.
North Indians are having glitches. Oh my God, it's unbelievable.
Right? Kill time, kill time.
Sorry, North Americans are having glitches. It's unbelievable.
Right, right. So kill time. What would we kill time with? We will sing a national anthem while we wait. Damn, what,
Sing the Black National Anthem, Mr. C. It's
okay, yeah, the Black National Anthem. There we go. This will be for your people in South India. Y'all can sing it to the North Indians. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let us resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the new day has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Carol,
I think Carol just came. I was watching her face as she looked at you, and I'm pretty sure she just came in her pants.
She got the pride. That's what we call Carol Power. We don't even call it Black Power no more. We just call your Carol Power. They say it's Carol. I was like, I don't know. We just like people all over the country are saying they didn't feel it. Carol Power. What's that mean? I don't know. That's what he's saying now. It's Black unity. I don't know why. And she's still.
Well, she said she
Okay.
would be back on in a few, so I think we should skip her and then move on. That's what I think.
Then come back.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right. So excellent. So I guess that's a perfect transition. The S&M must have said the safe word pineapple, so she had to take a break, let off the cuffs, get the thing out of that guy's mouth and the butt plug out. So she'll be back when she's done. Now the great thing is, after that S&M scenario, we got something that's way more clean and it's PG rated. This gentleman is known for various talents. He is almost what we would call the Jim Carrey of dive bar comedy. Creative, talented, energetic, wholesome, in love, making families, buying homes. This man is all America is about. And you guys better get ready, because there is no parental guidance suggested on this one right here. And let me get a clap for the PG. And he likes him way older than the right age.
Hello. I don't think any of those explanations apply to me, but thank you very much. I thought that we knew each other, Mista See. Now I feel like strangers. And just to clarify, no, I did not buy a house. I just married a woman who already had one, and evidently, I don't know, she liked my D. I don't know. That's the wrong kind of interest. All right. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, a lot of life changes for me. I did get in a serious relationship a couple months ago. Happened pretty fast. She was a single mom with 2 kids. It's been a little interesting being called daddy, you know. Fortunately, her stepkids still call me Paul. You know, I know what I thought about that. You know, the question I have is like, so unfortunately, her husband passed away, and now I'm thinking like, you know, I'm dating her. I've got these stepkids. How long do I have to date her that if she passes away, I have to take care of her kids? That's the main concern. I'll be like, yo, guys, I was just kind of in this for your mom, mostly. Fortunately, she's told me, she's like, Paul, I don't want to have any more kids, and that's great because I don't even want her kids. So I guess we are so on the same page. This is actually pretty big life change. This is actually my first like long-term relationship. I'm 40 years old, and this is the first time I had a long-term relationship. Now, for all of those years of being single, a lot of women were like, Paul, you've never had a serious relationship? That's a bit of a red flag. I don't consider it a red flag, though. I just like to think that all you women out there have standards, and that was really what was tripping me up for all of those years. I also think it may have had something to do with like, you know, I'm not very masculine. You know, I'm not like a very confident masculine man. Like I don't have a group of like guy friends or whatever. But what I did have for many years was a lot of very attractive female friends that I was playing the long game with. So that was my strategy. I figured, you know, eventually I just needed one of those women to be like, well, you know, Paul's always there. Guess I'll give him a chance. Yeah, I don't really know how to be masculine. Oh, I did read this one book on masculinity. It said to be masculine, you have to keep and set boundaries with women. That's masculine, right? You got to set a boundary and you got to keep it, you know? I have no idea how to do that. You know, I figure if I can figure that out though, then what happens? You know, I start like taking over businesses or whatever. I start throwing plastic directly into the ocean. But for now, still not really figuring that one out. I just didn't really think it would happen to me. Like the whole love thing, I just kind of given up on it, especially because I was told by a really good friend of mine, it's like, Paul, you have resting murderer face. Yeah, I don't see it either, guys. I don't see it, but evidently that's what people see. It really messed with my head. So I noticed after that comment was made, I noticed I was just smiling all the time so I wouldn't creep people out. Just you know what's really frustrating about that is my whole life I have genuinely loved kids, and for some reason people always get weird when I would declare that in public and it, parks and stuff, I remember like going to a park, and all of these parents would be like huddling around their kids, and I'd just be like, everybody, it's fine. I love kids. Actually, I remember this one time just a couple of years ago, a good buddy of mine invited me to meet up with him and his two kids at a children's museum. I was super excited. I hadn't seen him or his kids in a while. I was like, I'll be right there. So I run down the stairs, I grab my trench coat, I hop in the car, head over to the children's museum. For some reason, when I got to the children's museum, though, they wouldn't let me in. All I did is just walk up to the ticket lady who's like, yes, one adult for the children's museum, please. He goes, sir, this is a museum for children. I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm here to meet some kids. She goes, sir, I'm sorry, but you have to be a parent or a guardian. I'm like, well, sometimes they call me uncle, not biologically, but emotionally, I'm kind of like an uncle. And she's like, sir, I'm sorry, but I can't let you in the museum unless you have children with you. I'm like, yeah, but I can't get to those children unless you let me into the museum. So then I had to explain the whole thing again to security. So I guess, now that I'm off the market, sorry, ladies, I'm not going to be able to tap this anymore. I feel like this murdering thing keeps coming up. I was actually acting in a restaurant commercial recently, and right in the middle of a take, the director stops me and is like, Paul, why are you acting like a serial killer? I wasn't. I was acting like a waiter. Seriously, all I did in this scene, I just walked up to the lady and said, welcome, you look ready to eat. Right? Totally charming. I went method in everything. But that's a pretty mean thing to say to someone, right? That's like saying, hey, Paul, quit acting like someone who's clearly killed more than once. I actually looked it up. According to the FBI, you have to kill at least 3 people to be considered a serial killer. So technically, I could kill 2 people and I'd be acting like a regular killer. All right, everybody, that is me from Arizona. Thank you so much, Wild Joe, and the incomparable Mista See, and Carol Newell, and Dive Bar Comedy. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah. That's right. Paul Green. Excellent. That's what I am talking about. Oh, we got Sally back in. All right.
I feel like Sally just didn't want to hear my set.
Bullshit. I'm pissed.
Yeah. Crazy. So we'll transfer back and send you back. So was there some sort of power blackout?
Okay, the power in my house in North Hollywood just went out. How bad is it that it's actually better in my Trona house than it is in North Hollywood?
I just don't think the power grid could handle your jokes, Sally. Your jokes were too powerful. They were too funny. All of the people in the power plant were like, what's going on? We're having an overload here.
It was a rolling blackout, baby, because we were rolling with laughter. Yeah. Paul, I'm sorry I missed your set. You're hilarious.
It wasn't that good.
Excellent.
You can always watch it later at divebarcomedy.com.
That's true. That's right. Sally, did you want to pick up where you left off at, girlie?
Yeah, I would. Let me see. I just got a dark screen on this shit right now. Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to pick up. Thanks, man.
Well, we're introducing our girl, Miss Sally Mullins, the Blackout Queen.
Woo!
I thought Carol Newell was the blackout queen, according to the haters at the Comedy Chateau. God, I want to know who that is, because I want to know. I'm gonna act like, I'm gonna show them my interracial porn just to piss them off. Okay, you can catch me. I do a lot of I do a lot of interracial granny porn.
Nice.
You can check me out on that site. My grandma's not racist.
Oh, jeez.
I don't care. Look, granny porn pays more than MILF porn. So if you're going to pay me $1,000, okay, you can call me the G word. And if you're going to pay me $1,000, I will take $5 and put it in your birthday card. And I will take a Werther's out of my mouth and suck your dick. My ex-husband's home. I don't want to be like, that's why I always hated you. Because you say disgusting things on the web. I don't want that drama. Okay, so Trona. So back to my beautiful new town. There are a lot of cool things happening there. I have a really great handyman. What do I mean by a great handyman? I mean, he hasn't murdered me yet. No, he's really cool. He loves animals and he has nipple rings.
Woo.
Would I want a
Fancy.
boyfriend with nipple rings? No, but do I want a handyman with nipple rings? Fuck yeah. I think that is very, very cool. And I didn't choose Trona. Okay. Trona chose me. I could not afford to stay in LA anymore. And I tried. And I remember like when I first got the news I was going to have to move, I was looking around to try and rent, keeping it in the valley. And the first thing I get hit with is this landlord goes, I'm going to have to charge you $75 for a background check. And I was like, $75 for a background check? I am both going to fail and bounce this background check. So I said to this landlord, can I just tell you a little bit about myself? I do have a criminal record. I have a misdemeanor. It is for drunk and disorderly. And he goes, okay, so what about now? Are you sober? And I said, no, but I am no longer disorderly because I now drink alone. Plus, I was going around like all these places to rent. And I was telling these landlords I have 3 cats, but I also have 3 dogs. And my friends were like, Sally, that is too much. You're going to have to lie. And I said, I am lying. Okay. I'm not going to tell anyone how many pets I have. You don't get that information. I will be honest about it. I'm 53 and a half years old. I weigh 135 pounds. I actually weigh 132 pounds, but I'm trying to be more relatable on Zoom because I love Zoom. Okay, so I have a friend who is going for a colonoscopy in the morning. And he wants me to drop him off and then pick him up. So I'm supposed to drop him off at 8. And he goes, I'll probably be done by 10. And I see it 1 minute. My bad. I hogged up so much time earlier with my goddamn rolling blackouts. Hi, Casey. He goes, I'll probably be done by 10. And I said, oh, you know nothing about colonoscopies. It's going to be like a lot of waiting. I had one before, being over 50. And then they said, come back in 5 years. And yeah, you're only supposed to have them every 10 years. So that does mean they found something inside my butt. They found a benign cuff link. I'm fine. All right, you guys, there's going to be no more blackouts. I'm here to support the show. Give it up for Carol, Mista See, and Wild Joe.
Woo!
Yeah. Bucks for Sally Mullins. All righty, right. And we got Casey McNeal up in here now too.
There he is.
All right, great. So we'll do Shag next, and then him, and then on to YouTube, I guess. Oh wait,
And,
boy, girl.
smell it.
To boy, yeah, and then put them up with Joe and them. That's what we do. Boy, girl, all the way. All right, excellent, excellent, excellent. So once again, another round of applause for Sally Mullins, the cuff link killer. Outstanding, outstanding. That has to be a result of fisting. That's all I know. I've seen a lot of porno. All I'm saying. So excellent, excellent, excellent. So we're gonna keep it rolling right here. So our next comedian coming to the Zoom stage is one of our classic dive bar family favorites. He's also one of our international dive bar favorites. We actually learned something new, that he is actually the leader of the Southern Indian Freedom Party and whatnot, which they do comedy. Now this gentleman right here is a great man. His name actually sounds like the name of a city when you hear his last name. So you guys got to get ready, because he's the baddest man in town. He also is a big time TikToker, and I think he gets a lot of sex from women when he does it. So get it ready for the SD, and let me get a clap, 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 clap for Shaggy, the City Durai.
Rain, rain, go away, rain. Yeah, we need some rain, man. We gotta save the soil. It's necessary. Food doesn't come from Uber Eats. It comes from the soil. Okay, how do you want it? Like well done or medium or light? How do you want my comedy? I'm very customer driven. I need to keep my clients happy. How do you want your meat? Light, easy, or okay. I tell you, man, we got only 3 types of physics. I was just reading a book, and it goes like this. We got the old physics, we got the new physics, and we got the classical physics. It doesn't die, never. It's true all the time. But I discovered I came up with my own 4th type of physics, and that is, I don't know physics. It's hard. The equations, unless the equations, the mathematics come in, it's okay. If I have someone that can break down physics in a very easy English, it's fun. But the moment math comes in, and lots of complexity comes in, I'm gone. As long as we touch things that are less complex, we are in control. The moment you touch something that is very complex, you are in a problem. I'm Shaggy Man, Yogi Man, the Boogie Man. Yep. Well, if you really want high quality American dream, you need a high quality sleep. Only then you can think about American dream, isn't it? Well, gravity is my friend, man. Gravity is really my friend. It doesn't show any prejudice. No matter what's the size of your sexual organ is, let's say you got 4 sexual organs of all sizes. If you drop them from a spot, it hits the ground at the same time. It hits the ground at the same time. Gravity is my friend. Anyway, talking about gravity, talking about physics. Well, hey guys, when I say physics, I'm not really a nerd, or I'm not the smartest guy, or not all people in India are smart. It's a stereotype. I'm here to break the stereotype. You cannot box me. You cannot put me in a box. Somebody talked about breaking the stereotypes. Sally was talking about breaking the stereotype, and she got broken from the line. I don't know how that happened. Yeah. Well, in the world of science, if you hear things that nobody can hear, if you see things that nobody can see, if you can feel things that nobody can feel, you're a scientist. But in the world of psychology, if you hear things that you cannot hear, if you see things that you cannot see, you hear things that you cannot hear, then you have schizophrenia. or my jokes landing right. I really need to like dig a hole in your skull and put the chip and do some telepathy directly. I really am not a big fan of this lag time. I need to dig a hole in your skull, guys.
No, it's like grenade jokes.
Just for the sake of my comedy. I don't know if I'm landing right. Well, I don't want to put too much pressure. Okay, I'll give you a booty shake. Breaking the stereotype.
Yeah, baby.
See how it works. Yeah. If you go to search engines, any search engine, and Google spirituality, I'm telling you, not all people in India are spiritual. Definitely not. I got to break this mold. I have to bring the truth. I have to bring the truth to the youth. Age doesn't define the youthness. It's the searching that defines the youthness. We all are searching, so we are all youth. I had to bring the truth to the youth. Anyway, guys, how to penetrate your market? Tell me something. Give me some hint. How to penetrate the North American market? Am I too hard, hurting you guys through my comedy? Should I be a panhandler or a bootlicker to penetrate your market? Huh? Tell me. Or should I do some hip hop?
I'll give you a tip. Because I'll give you a tip. Americans don't like America. So basically, you can tell us more stuff about what's happening in India, and we'll think that's funnier than stuff that's related to America. So you want to kind of, like, my thing is, I tell people when I tell my comedy, all my jokes ain't jokes, motherfuckers. And I realized that I was too hard, like, because I'm trying to, like, kind of stretch your mind. I'm trying to get my Carlin on a little bit, my George Carlin on. And I realized I like animal documentary shows. It's my favorite thing in the world. So now I take all my hard ass jokes to kind of get like a quiet room. Like, shit, I ain't getting canceled laughing at Carl shit today. What I do is I make it about a documentary show, like I compare it to lions or animals that mate for life. And I make a Will and Jada joke, or something like that. And people really like it. I get a response really great. So you might have to find something like that. That's kind of like you almost kind of got to find something really simple and elementary and then link it to your complex thought.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a good way to get across.
Back to that sphincter, all that sphincter talk that you gave us the other time when you were talking all about the anal sphincter in yoga. That was your best.
Okay. Yoga is always with me. And why not some hip hop?
if you want this about, you should rap. You should write, man. So I'm working on my new rap album, and like, yo, let me try some of my bars out on you. Did you just spit some shit with your accent? And I'm like, once again, Americans, we hate America. So anything that sounds like it's not American, we're gonna think it's fucking great. You know what I mean? So you say that shit, you say some shit that they typically wouldn't expect from an Indian guy, or you could rap about like yoga, and we'll think that's fucking hilarious.
Absolutely, I'll think about it. But anyway, like if you guys really want to access the consciousness in your body, if you want to get to that state of consciousness.
Oh, I don't know. You need R. Kelly for shit like that, man.
According to the Eastern mysticism or metaphysics, I'm using the word physics a lot. I DK physics. I don't know physics. See, I'm telling you, I'll punish you guys with my comedy. But anyway, like if you really want to access the consciousness that's hidden in your body, according to the Eastern mysticism, you got to contract your asshole and release it. Contract it, release it. Contract it, release it in a rhythmic fashion for 5 minutes every day in the morning. All the bad data in your body is getting injected through your spine, and it comes to your forehead, and then it goes to the place where it comes from. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Like that one, for example, That one right there, if you'd have made a reference to a bad girlfriend you used to have or a bad ex-wife, that'd have been it because it was like sticking it up your spine, all this pain to stick up your spine. It's like, and that's what I call my ex-wife. You know, shit like, see, you kind of gotta do this like weird left turn on Americans. Cause you know, we do a lot of drugs and we're all crack babies. So we need like a weird left turn. And I'm telling you, because you got the style, I'm telling you, man.
Well, Carol said that right. See, I need some voice coach. I need some accent. I need some voice coach. That's all I need. It doesn't take a dime. As long as I'm talking to you guys, it happens naturally. Well, Carol said that right. Comedy for health and wellness. You got to stop. You got to clear up your background, Mr. C.
It's a party, man. This is a dive bar right here. I got candies up in here.
Oh, wow.
This is a real dog bar, baby. It's a real dog bar, cuz. You know what I'm saying? We ride out over here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, India has a lot of commonality. I'm talking about Africa and India right now, your roots. We have a lot of commonality. We eat the food with our fingers. But the only thing that I observed that we have is a little bit of science, a little bit of math, not even physics. We got some little, that language of math happen here. They say, but you guys have the booty that we don't have. I agree that a lot.
All right, Shaggy, thank you so much. We better move on to our next, who's our next comedian, Mista See?
Oh yeah, so you got Carol, you and Casey, right? One of the ladies. Did you want Carol or Joe?
Hey, just real
Maybe-
quick,
maybe
how
because
come
my babies are
random
not
hands
screaming.
aren't massaging my shoulders in the middle of my set? How do I just get hands just coming out of the ether and massaging my shoulders? That's
You date more black
You
men,
gotta
Paul.
be Carol.
how funny do I have to get, Carol, before that's my reality?
Just keep doing those Arizona
Just
shows.
angel hands, angel hands.
What were you saying, Joe?
Joe says she needs to go next because her kids aren't screaming.
Yeah, I need to go next in this quiet moment of peace because let's see if they can stop screaming for 5 minutes.
Excellent. Well, let's get into it and let's get to disturbing the piece. As I always describe when I bring this woman on stage, and as she just told us, she is a very capable woman, organizing shows, producing shows, running the streets, dating guys for lunch, and then just saying, kids screaming in the background. This is what we call not an 80s woman, not a 90s woman, not a 2000s woman, but the 2020 version, the meta woman, owned by Mark Zuckerberg specifically, but he's not ready. So give it some time. And let's get it together and get clap, 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 clap for the WJ Miss Wild Show.
All right, Mista See, thank you so much for that introduction. I'm locked in the bathroom right now, which is where I usually am as a mom. You can hear them banging down the door already. So Paul, you're in for it. I don't know why you would marry
Oh, I've been
somebody.
asking myself that
I
question
wouldn't marry.
nonstop.
He's right on when he says he doesn't even want the kids that are there or any new ones. I totally get that. Anyway, oh God, they're here. Oh God. Anyway, you know, we got a new pet recently. It was not a foster, it was adopted, a rescue. It was a rescue animal. Oh God. We found it in our house. Get out. Get out.
Versatility.
We found this rescue animal right here in our house, and my son named it Tiny. It's a fly. It's a buzzing fly. I tried to kill him. I said, I'm gonna kill this fly. He said, no, don't kill my pet. And then the fly landed on my food. I'm like, he's on my food. He goes, he's sharing with you. Anyway, I actually, you know, like Sally mentioned, she has a lot of animals. I tried to foster some cats back in November. I had these 2 kittens. They were like maybe 8 months old. So like big kittens, they're almost cats. They're almost unadoptable. And I was fostering them to be nice, but it turns out that they were not house trained. They did not like to use the litter box. And as a matter of fact, they were pissing all over the house and in various places. But finally, the last straw was when one of them got up on the bed in the middle of the night and pissed on my pillow while I was in the bed. Like,
Nice.
that was, yeah, unacceptable. I mean, it's like the gift that keeps on giving, because cat piss smells worse over time. It's like worse and worse the longer you let it sit. And I keep finding it in surprising places, like my hats, you know, my carpets. It's very, very, very rough. And then turns out they also gave me a disease. I had a mysterious disease after that. I had a rash all over my body. I didn't know what it was. Then the doctor started asking me about pets. I mentioned the cats. It was ringworm. I caught ringworm from these cats. It took me months to get rid of it. I mean, it was terrible. It was a terrible experience. So actually, I'm happy now just to have little Tiny, our little fly pet. He's a good guy. So anyway, it's hard. It's hard having kids. You know, like Sally has dogs. Having a little toddler is a lot like having a dog. They wake you up at 6 a.m. They chew on everything in the house, and they take the blame every time I fart. So gotta be those dirty diapers again. The dirty diapers are a major issue. They actually have a special hermetically sealed metal can called a diaper pail that's supposed to contain all of the smells, but that's not strong enough for my kids' poo. So I actually have to take the dirty diapers and put them all the way to the big outdoor trash can. It's a real problem, but it actually solves a different problem because I no longer have bums digging through my trash. They take one whiff and that's it. So anyway, but they are cute. Babies are super cute. I didn't realize how much people love babies until I had one, and everybody's going crazy. They're going goo goo gaga over the baby. They all want the baby to like them. They don't care if I like them, but they'll do anything to make the baby like them. And I'm using the babies to increase my likes on Instagram. So yeah, that's a plus. Hashtag you know, baby. And it's great. I'm getting a lot of followers, but the thing is, nothing makes you look older than taking every picture next to a baby. It's terrible for the skin, like worse than bad lighting. So anyway, you know, I was 40 when I finally got pregnant, and you know, I'm lucky that I got to have a baby get pregnant the old-fashioned way by tricking a guy into it. So, you know, I think I might have found the only guy in LA who's too dumb to know how babies are made. Yeah, pretty sure. But anyway, but now I have to worry that my kids are going to come out retarded. Not because I was over 40 when I got pregnant, but because my husband was retarded. Yeah, I mean, what do you think you're going to get at age 40, people? I mean, really, it's true what they say. All the good ones are taken. Like when I was 25, I looked around. Life was like a smorgasbord of men. Anything I wanted, I could have, any flavor. Then one day I looked around. All that's left is a couple of straggly pieces of lettuce and a soggy noodle. I'm just saying, you'll take what you can get at age 40. That's what I'm saying, people. So anyway, I guess that's my time. I'm Wild Joe. Thank you guys for watching the show, and thanks for all my opinions.
Yeah, that's right. Another round of applause for Wild. And I see she's throwing it out. She's kind of got like a Julius Irving Avenue going there. I like it. I like it. That's what I'm talking. Working on those new dates at the NBA game. I get it. I know you're playing. Let's see. So Carol's gonna give you some heritage. I know what's going on. Excellent, excellent. So let's keep it going because my man is back east. We're going to go to our next one. We got 2 more comedians coming to the stage and whatnot. We're going to bring the next gentleman to the stage. Keep it boy, girl. This guy is known as a beast from the east. He came blowing in on a cold eastern breeze. I assume from where he's from and when you hear his comedy, he probably just got finished burying somebody under train tracks and the shovel got stuck. So he's here now to let you know. It's the kind of guy that when the shovel gets stuck and somebody says something, he says, hey, I'm burying a body here. This guy is the kind of guy when he's walking across the street, you almost him, he says, hey, I'm friggin' walking here. Hey, this the kind of guy when he's the person that's driving and somebody's in his fucking way, he says, hey, I'm fucking driving here. And get ready for the kind of comedy that hits you like his name, because he's got a name like a prize fighter. So get it ready for the CM and let me get a clap, 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 clap for Casey, the real deal, McNeal.
Hey, thanks, Mr. C. That was a great intro. I'm excited to hear what I'll say. Ooh, sounds great. How's everybody doing?
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, we always have to woo. Isn't that funny? Like only in comedy shows and like rock concerts do they do that. You know, I'm gonna start doing it in my everyday life. People go, you know, hey, how you doing today? I'm gonna go, woo! Yes. So I don't know what I tell you. I'm sorry that I was late because I had a situation. I do the show on the front porch, okay? And before the show started, there was this crazy woman pounding and screaming and clawing at my front door. So before I could get in the show, I had to struggle with her and let her out. Okay. All right. We'll go with something else. Do you guys want? No, I understand. Okay, look, I know what you did. I'm not what you're expecting. It happens to me all the time. I just did a show, right, where all these young, sexy comics get up on stage before me, right? And then here I come. The guy's like, what's this, Larry King's evil twin? We got a caller from Pocatello. Go ahead, caller. But the younger kids try to make me feel better. They go, oh, you remind me of my goofy dad. You're just like my goofy dad. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm nothing like your goofy dad. Unless when you see your dad, he bumps $5 and smokes all your weed. I'm probably not much like your dad. My set's off the rails, so let's see what we get to. You guys want old or crazy?
Enjoy it. Do whatever you want, baby.
What do you want? Old or crazy? Anybody shout anything?
Crazy.
I heard porn. Okay, so no, I will say this. Let me tell you something about porn. All right, my set's fucking off the rails, so here we go. I'm not about porn, but you know, I'm a comic. I do my research. And what I found is that interesting about porn is that people make comments on porn, right? Like you're sitting at home going, you know, I'm kind of a perv, but not nearly enough people know about it. Maybe if I made some comments on this porn, it's like, and you know the commitment that you got to show to make a comment on porn? It's like, first you got to have the account and say, I'm going to comment on this. Oh, shit, I need an account first. All right, let me set up the account here. Registration email. Okay, let me go to the email where my shit from porn goes. All right, okay, here we go. New password. God, what was the name of that fucking video again? Oh, here it is. I found it. Here's let me make a comment. That's hot. Like, what?
It's hot.
And then somebody replies to the comment, right? Like, what? Oh yeah, Shimmy Whizzle 420 is a fucking influencer. I got to make a tag on that. Like, I don't get it. And then there's a share button. Like, hey, grandma, check this one out. Like, what's that for? Okay, so enough about porn. Like Luke Lindell would say, on to the next thing. I am feeling older. Some people got me, my friends are the ones that make me feel older, okay? They got me this book, 101 Things to Do Before You Die. Yeah, I'm like, really? Like, number one, find new fucking friends. But it had all this stuff in here, like, you know, take a cruise, go to the Eiffel Tower. You know, none of the stuff I thought I would try to do before I die. Like, I don't know. Shout for help. Call a doctor, put more fiber in my diet. All right. We're just going to scratch them as we go. Let me tell you something. I got a joke. I got a joke for each and every one of you. I don't know when it's going to hit you. What I'm trying to say is that I'm old, I'm aging, right? It's going to happen to you. This is your future, you young fucks. Okay, this is where it goes. And I'm from Michigan, you know. I'm from a hickey redneck part of Michigan called Michigan. And this is how we turn out. We all look like we work at Walmart. because we all worked at Walmart. It goes in cycles. Like when I was young, my dad used to say things to me like, when I was a kid, we didn't have television. And then I talked to my grandkids and say, when I was a kid, we didn't have, cell phones and tablets. One of these days, you young people, you talk to your kids going, when I was a kid, we didn't have an actual robot uprising. We had to make believe with the old timey Xbox. Oh shit! On to the next thing, I guess. Yeah, I getting the big laughs from my disappointed segues. That's great. They say aliens are everywhere. Have you guys seen that? Aliens are everywhere. Like Shaggy, you could be a lizard guy. We don't know, right? They say they're waiting to reveal themselves. Like, okay, so here's the thing. I'm concerned about like alien abductions because I wonder, do they have a sense of humor? Like, I don't want to get abducted and travel, a million light years without any laughs. Like a Tuesday night on Zoom. Anyway, if they do have a sense of humor, then it would follow that they have alien comics. And I always wonder what that's like, right? Now back from his intergalactic tour, it's Gornblatt. Right here he goes, hey, everybody, I just flew in from Earth, and boy, are my humans delicious. I tell you, I've seen a lot of Earth gigs, but if you've seen one anal probe joke, am I right? Yeah, the lizard guy knows what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm getting the beam. I got to go.
Getting the beam.
Here's my real question, all right? If aliens are waiting to reveal themselves, what are we going to do when that day happens? Hey, like, you think we have race relation problems now? Right? And what happens when you have it on an intergalactic level? You're going to have to learn a whole new nomenclature. Like, Shaggy will tell you they don't want to be called lizard people. They prefer reptilian overlord. And there's going to be all this controversy about who gets to call grays, right? Like, I can't walk down the street using the G word, like, what up, my gray? They're like, hey, that's our word. Right? So then I wonder what it's going to be like the day that a racist Boston townie meets an alien gray on the street. Right? I think that would be great. It's like, hey, you there with the anal probe? Where are you going? Yeah, let me ask you a few questions. Where are you from? No, you are not from Tewksbury. You are not from Tewksbury. Let me ask you, where's your mother from? Reticula. Yeah, I get that. Let me tell you something. You can take the anal probe stuff and go off-world, back to your planet, some other planet. We don't do that butt stuff here in Boston. Okay? Well, we do, but not for science. Okay, my name's Casey McNeal. That's all I'm going to do. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, I fought for Casey McNeal. Yeah.
Thanks, both of you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Look at that. You was right on track. We actually had a big discussion about butt stuff earlier in the show, so you were right on track to close it out.
I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah. So said the Boston comedy. I was like, oh my Lord Jesus.
I was coming. I make everything up. I was coming in from a live show, and I was headlining the show, and they didn't put me up till like 11 o'clock. And I was convinced the show started at midnight because we used to do it at midnight, right? It used to be 9 o'clock.
Yeah, like a half an hour or something.
Yeah, and I forgot. So I'm a fucking idiot. And I owe the audience and all you comics an apology. I love you all. I'm trying to be professional.
No, it worked out just fine, actually. You got here right on time and whatnot. And excellent. So we got one more comedian to go to finish up. And of course, we said the most gangster for last.
Yeah.
This particular lady needs to go on DJ Flag because she has got beef in the streets. Word on the street is from the Los Angeles Police Department. This person's recently bought a Toyota Prius. And they said, why did you get a Prius, Miss Newell? She said, because I can pull up on a real quiet and they don't see me coming. You know what I'm saying? That's how that coming is. It sneaks up on you like bang, bang, bang. You get ready for the CN, the world's best laugh, Miss Carol Newell.
Oh my God, dude. Let me tell you, it was crazy the other night. I was at a live show here in Los Angeles. I don't know if you heard earlier, we were talking about it, but yeah,
Comedy Chateau Showcase. Give her a hand. Carol Newell is in the Comedy Chateau Comedy Festival, ladies and gentlemen. That's a big honor.
International Comedy Chateau Festival. That was me. Yeah. Evidently, I have 2 haters now, at least. So I must be doing it right. I got booed from off stage, and then the next comedian that followed me spent her whole set talking about me and how I should take my school supplies and go home because evidently I'm a school teacher. That's not, I'm a teacher, but not a school teacher. I'm teaching these cubs.
I'm just like, was that Monique?
Huh?
Was that Monique?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what she does.
Names will be named later. Oh no, what else did she say? Oh, it was something, you guys. It was something. Oh, that I should stop dating black men, and that I probably don't know who Post Malone is, which, I mean, come on, dude, have you heard my music? Good luck with that.
If Post Malone isn't even black, he's a white kid.
Oh, that's like it did. Nobody laughed at her. The whole 5 minutes, all the things that she said were not funny. That's, yeah, why you should not just try to riff when you're out on stage. You should do your material, stick to the material. And then yeah, so that was a lot of fun, actually. I get to, you know, talk shit about her now, so that's good. That worked out for me. Yeah, it's been crazy the last couple of years, you guys. It has. It's been crazy. I didn't do a whole lot of shows. I didn't host, I didn't produce. I just did, you know, shows here and there and open mics and whatnot when I was pre-COVID. But since the COVID came, I've been kicking it into high gear, you guys. I've been off the rails, doing all kinds of stuff. Also, a couple years ago, you know what happened? My husband passed away. Yeah, that was interesting in 2020, just like Paul's girlfriend or wife. I don't know, girlfriend, wife. You know, he said they were engaged. Are you married? Did you lie?
Engaged.
Oh, you're engaged. Okay, well, they're soon to be married, I'm sure. Yeah, I lost my husband. He's not lost. I know where he is. He's buried out in the desert. No, literally in the desert. Not, you know, we didn't bury the body. We put his ashes out there. So we were separated for a year before he passed. So I got the free divorce, you guys. I got the free divorce package. That's what I got. I got the house, the car, and all the bills. Woo-hoo, go me. Just like a game show. Yeah. He was in love with somebody else. That's why we were separated. He chose her over me. She was Russian. Her name was Smirnov. So, yeah. He loved her a whole lot more than me. We also didn't have sex for 10 years, you guys. I can't imagine going 10 days now. 10 years, no sex whatsoever. But that's all right, because in the last 3 years, you guys, I have had 10 years worth of sex.
Yeah.
I am all caught up. I've been busy, you guys, getting it in inside me. Yeah, very busy. Out here just cougaring, you guys. Although I have to cut it off at 25, because guys under 25, they don't know that you could actually talk on the phone. That's what that phone is actually for, so you could talk, not just texting. I'll be driving and they're like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, call me, I'm driving. And they're like, I don't know what you're saying, lady. So I have to keep it over 25. Yeah, that's dating in LA, you guys. I went back to dating after a very long vacation. Like, it was a long time ago the last time I was dating. You know how long ago it was? It was pagers and payphones the last time. Pagers and payphones, and now it's a plethora of penises. It is a smorgasbord of schlong, a surplus of sausages, a phalanx of phalluses. It is a lot of dick pics. Yes, all the dicks all the time. That's what's happening out there, you guys, if you're not aware. All the dick pics all the time. Although I haven't gotten any lately, just one. One very nice one. Yeah, I say, guys, if you're gonna send dick pics, A, you should ask first, and B, decorate that shit. Put some googly eyes on there. Maybe a little bow tie, a little hot glue gun, get you a hot glue gun, extra fun. That's what I say. Guys, stop sending dick pics. Especially on the first app I went on, it was Our Time for singles over 50, and that was that was just saggy balls. That's what all that was. Mostly just saggy balls. Men over 50 don't send pics. Casey, it's too late for you. Sorry. Yeah, I had enough of that. Moved on to the Plenty of Fish, which, you know, there were plenty, but all those fish were the upside down floating in the river kind of fish. Not good. So I ended up where I should have started, at the BLK. That's the all black dating app. And that's definitely controversial. I always thought that I would get all the racism and bigotry from my family for dating exclusively black, but turns out it's just black people that have a problem with me dating. Oh yeah, especially black women, evidently. So I don't know. What do they care? I'm not making babies. This is not, there's no babies coming out of here. That's one of the advantages of dating an older woman. You don't have to worry about the baby is coming out. So yeah, I'm definitely exclusively black now. I have seen a lot of black dick though, let me tell you, more than a Lakers locker room. A lot. Yeah, so I did also find love at the BLK, you guys, on an app. Who knew? I found love, true love. I've been dating this guy now for almost 10 months, which is a long-term relationship at my age. That is. Yeah, he's delightful. He is also the whitest black man in Los Angeles, turns out, you guys. He is an IT guy, a sci-fi nerd, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, voted for Trump. Yeah. He voted for Trump. And the only thing he really knows how to make is a sandwich with extra mayo. So he is black where it counts though. So we're good. All right, you guys. That's all for me for tonight, you guys. I love you. I will see you next week. In person at the Dive Bar Lotus Lounge in East Hollywood. And back to you, Mr. C. Woo!
Yeah, that's right, Carol Newell, the world's best laugh. That's right, and the killer called Cool Comedy. That's right. So that is all of our comedians today. Miss Carol Newell, Shaggy Durai, Wild Joe, Casey McNeal, Sally Mullins, and my man Paul Green, aka P Jesus, as they call him on the block. So that's it for the show. Normally I sing something, but I kind of sang earlier. So I was thinking of something I could do to finish out this. And I thought, you know what? Sometimes the dive bar comedy, similar to the ads we saw on TV, we're going to call this segment Dive Bar Comedy, The More You Know. So there's two things we're going to teach people today. One thing for men to learn about women, and one thing for women are going to learn about men. So what I've heard tonight, two deep things that I think a lot of men and women don't know about each other. Number one, since she was just on stage, Carol mentioned that she can't go more than 10 days without it. You hot little tart, you. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Since I was 19 years old, I have been educating my boys about this series. Fellas, if you don't touch your girl for 2 weeks, that shit's in risk. You got 2 weeks. You go 3 days, 4 days. But when she gets to that 2 week mark, you better hope she just ain't got nobody looking at her. Because after 2 weeks, all that pussy is in risk. It's going to be as pink as Sally Mullins' screen with no clothes on, just like her. I'm telling you, grandma porn, $1,000, motherfucker, you won't even know about it. 2 weeks, fellas. And it's especially important with them young girls and women that's 35 when they hit their street, because they know, they finish it. You know how it is. When they get 35, they turn into 18-year-olds. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. Yeah, I mean, I do, but you know what I mean. But that when they're young, 35, 2 weeks is what you got. Touch that pussy every 2 weeks if you want to keep your relationship going. So that's what I learned about women, young men and old men, every 2 weeks, minimum. At least once every two, that's twice a month. Lazy motherfucker. Just all right. I'll see you in 2 weeks, motherfucker. Right before you leave me, right? Oh, you about to leave? Hold on. It's been 13 days. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I forgot. I know. You don't love me no more. I get it. So that's the one thing that men can learn about women. Now, the one thing that women need to learn about men, and I used to tell all my girlfriends, ex-friends, because a lot of women have male friends, and some of the ladies spoke about having male friends earlier, things like that. And I'm gonna tell you something. There are two kinds of friends, and also Paul spoke about it because he was the male friend. He said he picks beautiful women and just waits 30 to 40 years until they realize he's the only man left alive, right? There's two kinds of men, women. There's the tortoise, and then there's the fucking hare. The tortoise, he just wants to wait until you finally realize everybody dies off, and then you spin around one day drunk. You're like, oh my fucking God, the most perfect guy's been sitting here. And he'll just wait until you're like limped up, you know what I'm saying? Hurt a little bit, got a gunshot wound, and be like, okay, she got a gunshot wound. She don't know now, goddammit. Now, I'm not gonna tell her. But when she realizes it, so there's the tortoise guy, and every girl that has long-term male friends, especially if you're an attractive woman, they all waiting for you to fuck up. And then eventually they just get tired of waiting for you to marry somebody else. They just get tired of waiting for you to marry somebody else. But y'all all had all of your 3-4 pretty friends in the group that used to be around that one guy, and he was straight. He was always around y'all. He was your friend. Oh my God, he'd have married any one of you on call out this bitch. And y'all just fuck everybody but him. Tyrone, Pookie, Ray, Shotgun, Suge, Casey. It's ridiculous and whatnot. And then eventually he's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna marry this girl over here and call it the fucking day. So be aware of that. So the tortoise and then the hare guy. Now this is the guy that women tend to respond to. Why? Because the minute he sees you, he runs up on you like he's a coyote with a dead animal laying in the woods. Like, oh, opportunity. Hey, girl, hey, sure, girl. Oh, yeah, I came up because I like you. Not because you're an opportunity for me to kill. So when women perceive it as, he saw me, I was so intoxicating, he couldn't just wait to talk to me, right? But a lot of tortoise guys will see you and kind of chill back. The competition is laid back. They might be so cool about this shit, they won't even talk to you because they're looking for the perfect type of shit. But the hare guys, they're the quick guys. They don't think about tomorrow. These are the guys that don't use condoms, by the way. They don't think about tomorrow. Everything is right here, right now. Get it fast because it's like that corporate sales business thing. And they use that strategy. I know a guy who used to say, Carl, it takes talking to 7 women just to get one. This guy fucked nothing but dogs, by the way. But that's not the point. The point was, he was right. A guy could just, so a lot of times women see a guy who comes up and talks so fast and they think, oh, he has such an interest in me and whatnot. Because if a guy usually just runs up to you no matter what, in the early phases, that's usually a fucking problem running up to you. Red flag, because you just stare at the bitch for 5 minutes. Red flag. So beware of the tortoise, no condom guys who hit too fast. I mean, the hare guys who too fast, and then the tortoise guys who are laying in the cut. Now, I will say, as Casey mentioned earlier, he may be a bit of a tortoise because he did have to free a woman from his house earlier, and she was banging on the door. So sometimes the tortoise guys are a little bit locky in the basement. But past that part, all is well. And that
was the
is
cat.
Dive Bar Comedy, the more you know.
Wow, Mr. C. Mr. C knows. He knows women. He knows men. I saw Carol nodding her head, and I can think of a lot of examples of those tortoise and hare type of guys. Mm-hmm. Although those fake friends, the guy that just hangs out in the friend zone for a long time, I've had some of those, and I've turned it into, somebody that I finally hooked up with, finally gave in after all that time. And guess what they do? They stop being your friend. They stop calling you, and you never hear from them again. I'm like, we were friends for 10 years.
Yup. Like you never existed. What, stores closed? What's this?
Some people have issues with their mother, and they, they're just avoiding relationships completely. But anyway, thanks for that wisdom, Mista See. Thanks to all of our comics. I had some of my favorite people on tonight. So I'm really glad to see you guys all. And we're gonna have to make some trips to Trona, to Arizona, to India, all over the place. We're gonna be out there visiting you guys someday. And until then, check us on the internet, or the interweb, as some of you guys call it, at Dive Bar Comedy. And if you're in LA, come to our live show. Thank you. I'm Wild Joe.
Yeah, he sound.
That's our show. Good night. All right.